Hi, so I just want to show you how to use the AI settings because when you are creating social media posts, you want them to be personalized to you. That's why you've signed up for Journal. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that Journal understands about you and your business, and it also understands your tone of voice so that it can speak like you or as aligned to you as we can possibly get it. So, what we're going to do is go into settings on the left hand side here and then click on AI settings, and then you've got a number of different places to work through. So what we're going to do is start with some general details. So we're just going to pop your name in first. So Zoe Whitman is my name. Then we're going to choose the language that we're using. Now we're using British English. I'm in the UK, and we're going to pop our company name in there. So my fictitious bookkeeping practice is called Grid Bookkeeping. Now we're going to put in our industry. So I'm going to say bookkeeping. And my job role is, let's say, bookkeeper, because we want the AI to know that we are an expert bookkeeper. Business location, I'm based in South Wales in the UK. And then our call to action. So my call to action would be to find out more, book a free discovery call with me here. Great. And then we can put some additional business information in here as well. So what I might do here is talk a little bit about the specialisms that I have. So I'm just going to type a couple of things in here. Okay, so I've explained a bit about what we do with our clients, and I'm going to click Save Changes there. Now I'm going to go into some of our other settings. There's an option in Journal to create a post very fast with our Quick Create tool. Now, to be able to create this fast without you having to click around and choose options every time, we're going to do this once, one and done. So what we can do here is we can set our preference in terms of what kind of content Quick Create is going to create for us. So we can choose what length this is, and then I get to choose the tone of voice that I want to use. Okay, so things that I want to include here. So every time I'm creating a piece of content, what do I want to make sure that I include? I also get to say what I want to exclude. Then I have some formatting options, and then I'm going to save my changes. Now I'm going to go into tones of voice. So I can create a tone of voice, a custom tone of voice that reflects the way I like to speak. So the way to do this is click on create. And if you've already got a tone of voice that you use, or you've got some brand guidelines on this, you can enter them here. But if you don't already have that, what you might find quite useful is that you can generate a tone of voice from your own website. So what I'm going to do is choose that I want to take it from my website, and then I'm going to put in the URL for my website. So the tone of voice summary here is a supportive and empowering tone aiming to inspire and equip bookkeepers to build successful practices. Now, obviously, my ideal client here is a grid bookkeeping client. So I'm just going to tweak this for myself slightly, and I can make that my default tone of voice if I want to, and I can add other tones of voice. So you might have a different kind of content that you put out maybe at different times of the month or different times of the year when there's a tax deadline, which might be much more authoritative, for example. Now I've gone into the persona tab, and what we're going to do is create a persona for the ideal client that we want our content to speak to. So we're going to really understand their goals, their motivations, and their pain points so we can really connect with them on that level. Now, if you click on create a new persona, there are a few options which are coming soon for us, but what I'm going to use is this manual option here, because you probably know your ideal client really well and you know a few things about their goals, motivations, their needs. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on there and we're going to give them a name. Now, my ideal client is a creative agency. So I'm going to say a creative agency. And then I'm going to write a summary of their persona. So I'm just going to type in a few things that I know about them. So I've got some information here about their goals. They've got some motivations here. They want to double their turnover in the next 3 years. So I'm going to pop those motivations in. And then I've also got some pain points, which are really important when it comes to content, around feeling like they're making it up or feeling out of their depth when it comes to financial management. So I've got a really good list there of the persona summary. I'm just going to add a bit of information in here as well, just about like the size of the business. I think that's useful to understand. So now I'm going to make that my default customer persona, and then I'm going to save my changes So now I've got my creative agency persona that I can speak to. The final thing I want to show you here in the AI settings is that we have some banned words and phrases, and I think this is really important. We all know how frustrating it is when you can just spot AI content a mile off because it's got certain words in it, like navigate and facilitate, and you can just see it. So we want to make sure that these are actually banned phrases. And if you've got additional phrases that you want to add or any words, you can just type in add word or phrase, and you can type that word in as well, so you can add it to your banned list. Okay, your AI settings are now up to date and you're ready to start creating content.